Hello, friends. It's me, Magus Supreme. Welcome to Thursday, right here on the Superior Adventurers Guild Twitch channel, where we're going to play Kids on Brooms and figure out just what would make a raccoon want to dip pickles in peanut butter. How crazy! All right, that's all I got. Let's meet my friends.
Oh, wow. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hello, hello. Hi, guys.
All right. How are you doing? Dave, well, why don't you tell us how you're doing and who you are playing today?
Well, thanks for asking, Chad. I'm doing great. Actually, I have a cold, but I'm fired up to play some Kids on Brooms. I am playing Colton Sky, who is a bit of a prankster, but he's he's got a big heart. He loves his friends, but he likes to play tricks on people, and he likes to stand up against bullies. He does sort of walk the edge of himself, getting into some problems and some potential conflicts from time to time, but things can get away from him a little bit. But he's excited to see what happens next at Bruxton Academy for the Arcane Arts.
Oh yeah, I have one question. What's up with your background, dude? That looks rad as hell.
I have done some redecorating in the dungeon.
You put a new wall in?
I put in a new wall. I put in some a stone wall, and I'm trying to emulate some of the Aztec ruins of the southern hemisphere. So
nice.
yeah.
It looks nice.
I want to do that.
And that I can see it on our Zoom chat is cool.
Yeah, I dig it.
Is it in Zoom? Wait, or is it like a thing?
Are you doing it through
house?
Zoom?
No, this is real. I built this wall.
Oh.
I am a mason, guys. You guys know I'm a grand mason.
That's true. Although if Siri is reading your name back to me, it's Grand Maison.
Siri
always cracks me up. That always cracks me up. Kirk, hello. How are you doing? And who are you playing today?
Hello, I am doing good. I'm Kirk. I am playing Levin Shoretop. I am a bookworm. I am a turtle lover. I am hungry for peanut butter that I can't seem to get my hands on.
And that's it.
That's it. That's all you. That's all you got.
Sweet peanut butter.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Should I have more?
Nope. I mean, that works, man. Nothing wrong with that. Andy, hello. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Andy. Tonight I am playing Maximilian Dufresne. He is a kid on a broom. He is a charismatic slacker. And just ready to get back into it.
Hell yeah. And certainly not least, but in this case last, Ashley, hello.
Hey everybody. I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and I am playing Roxana Greenvale, the blue-haired, pink glasses, weird girl who carries around a magical jar of pickles and has a feral raccoon as a BFF named Walter. And I am hungry for knowledge tonight because we left last game in a way where I have a lot of questions.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Let's get into some announcements if we have any announcements.
We got a couple of announcements, real quick ones. Let's see. Every Wednesday night we play Beyond Saltmarsh. Make sure you come back and check that out. We are about to get into some serious. Well, I shouldn't build it up too much, but these guys are going to get into some serious combat with some serious folk. So come by and check it out next week. Sorry, guys. Spoiler alert. Kirk shoved a goblet in somebody's mouth. That's what happens. Okay.
That's how you kick it off. I mean,
We also have a special Viking Death Squad one shot coming up in May. We'll talk more about that as we get closer, but that'll be on May 14th. So you'll definitely want to check out that crazy shit. It's going to get wild and wacky. And we got a bunch of fun people coming in to play that game. So I think that's all I have.
Right on. I got. Oh, hey, I got something for you. I got an announcement. Let me bring up my calendar. Next. Oh no, I'm gonna get all this shit wrong now. But that's okay. So next month, the month of April, May, the month of May. Sure enough, good. The month of May. I will be playing Vason over. Why am I looking at Discord and you're putting that when I'm trying to talk? I will be playing a game of Vason every Monday of the month of May over on Rainbows and Razor Blades Twitch channel.
Nice.
The Twitch channel of Darth Reelish and Cat. And yes, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yep, I'm gonna be playing a private detective who has a big mustache and wears a fedora. So I
think they picked the right guy.
Pretty good, yeah. I'm pretty excited for it. So I don't remember times, but that's okay. We'll figure it out eventually, because there's still a few weeks before that happens. Anyway, that's all I got for that. Oh yeah, and Darth is gonna be creepy. It's gonna be. I'm excited. That's gonna be. Yeah.
Darth creepy? Is that even possible?
It's gonna be. It's gonna be dark. If you don't know what Vason is Nordic mythology horror role playing. It's like Call of Cthulhu, but grounded in the real world.
But are there pickles?
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into our game. I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe Ashley is doing the recap.
You asked for a Roxy recap. I've got a Roxy
Sweet.
recap.
All right. Take it away, Ash.
Okay. So after we saved the school, we got awards and a ton of ice cream, and then we had a break. So Walter and I made some art, but then he was super gassy after all the ice cream. So he got too close to my art project and he made a fireball. Then Colton got into trouble for his TikTok account and wrote some poetry to deal with his feelings about it. Oh, but guess what? There was a full moon market in Central Park that night, and our teachers let us go to the carnival, and there were rides and games and all kinds of candy, like snarlberries that bite you and grumpkins with faces and weird shaped like owls and glowing rock candy and mandrake cups and Snickers. Then Levin's hair was on fire, but it didn't hurt or anything, and it was super cool. So a bunch of kids took pictures, and we charged them $1, and we made like $8. So then we bought a wizard super soaker called a reviler, Carter was being chased by bullies, and we rescued him from Fred and Bruno. And then Carter wanted to see a fortune teller, so we got our fortunes read, and we paid in pickles. Then we played carnival games and won a crystalline orb with glyphs, and a box of red wax with an impression of a key and a petrified snake. Oh, and I almost forgot. I lost Walter in a bet, and he has to stay with Levin for 2 whole days. But then I noticed that Walter was in 2 places at once, and I am so confused. That's it.
Great job, Roxy.
Thanks.
Very good. So yeah, let's continue this. Not, in fact, in the traditional fashion of this game so far, which is a few days or a week or so later. Roxy, Walter, supposed to be hanging out with Levin. But there you see him eating pickles and peanut butter. He sees you, and then he disappears. Blip. What do you do?
I'm gonna go see if he's in the other room where I just saw him. Like I just saw
Okay.
him, and then he was here, and then I'm gonna run back to the other room to be like, what is happening over here? Is he sitting with Levin on the couch?
Yeah, Levin. What are you and Walter getting up to?
Well, we just finished making a Lego rocket that actually flies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a magical series. It's really complicated. It's hard to get. It's collectible. We took it out of the box. Well, Walter chewed through the box, and then, well, it was already opened, and I was like, well, we should play with it. And so there's a rocket going around my room now.
Yeah. Yeah, you peek in, Rox, you peek into their door, and you see Levin kind of maybe sitting on the ground. Are you like controlling this rocket, or does it just go on its own?
I am not controlling it. It kind of goes on its own.
Okay. And there's this big Lego rocket flying around the room, and you can see Walter in the midst of a bunch of other Legos and cardboard shrapnel, and he's like, trying to grab the rocket out of the sky.
Walter.
Hey, what are you doing in here?
Walter,
You-
can you be in two places at once?
He rolls. He does the raccoon roll over to you.
He was just here. Now
You've
he's
never
over
seen
there.
raccoons roll? Oh man.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog.
YouTube later.
Yeah.
Levin, has Walter been here the whole time? Like, for the last 5 minutes?
Yes, I have not seen him disappear once. We have been hanging out. He is not very good at following instructions.
What's going on in here, you guys?
All right.
Yeah.
Walter was in the
Yeah,
other
what are you
room,
guys doing?
and it sounds like he was also in this room.
How is that possible?
I don't know. Walter.
Is it? Maybe it was an illusion. I mean, this is a magical school. Someone could be playing a joke on us.
Well, who's casting it then?
I don't know. Should we see if we can detect any magical essence in the space?
That sounds
Wait,
really smart.
I read about this once.
I'm going to sniff out and see if there's any magic being cast in the proximity.
You smell magic?
Yeah, it kind of stinks. Like,
Well, that's
Uh,
Walter.
maybe that's,
Dirty.
yeah,
Like dirty farts.
yeah.
Wait, Levin, when was the last time
Trying
you
to
did
eat over
laundry?
here.
When was that? What?
When was the last time you did laundry?
Your room kind of stinks, Levin.
Yeah.
But it's your room, so that's
Um,
cool, man. Peace.
It's your room too, isn't it?
I'm not sleeping in there.
Oh,
Not when
Have
it
you been
smells like
sleeping on the couch?
dirty feet. I guess, yeah. I like the couch. It's easier. Except when I sweat and I stick to it because it's like that fake leather.
Leather couch? Oh, they're the
kind of
worst.
like that though.
I don't know
You
who thought
Peel
those were a
yourself
good
off
idea.
of it.
You can't fall out of bed.
That's true.
Yeah. How would you like to detect magic?
I think that I would try to utilize just brains in this case to see if there is any sort of specific like trajectory that magic could be coming into the room, maybe through a window or through a keyhole, or someone could be casting through like underneath the door, maybe, or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a brains roll.
That would be an
look
8.
an 8 to look for angles of casting. It's like
Casting
angles of
angles.
attack.
Yeah.
Casting angles. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you kind of you look around, you look around Levin's room, you go poke your head into Roxy's room, and you kind of look around, you look around like the kind of the common room, and there's a few kind of normal places, like you said, keyholes, gap underneath the door.
Got an idea, guys.
Maybe no open windows, but
I'm gonna get some yarn. If we have yarn, I'm guessing we probably have yarn in our room. And I'm gonna string it from keyholes across, and I'm gonna have them all across the whole room and see if they all converge in the spot where Roxy and Walter were.
CSI Hogwarts.
Did you unravel one of those blankets?
Yeah, we don't need it, really, do we?
Okay. Oh man.
Yeah, you there's a couple of them have like overlapping, but not, maybe there's like kind of maybe 5 sort of good options, but there's really maybe only like 2 of them that like give you any like good overlap, but I don't know. Yeah.
I don't get the sense that really gave us too much, right?
Right.
Sorry about your blanket, Max.
Wait, that was
Roxy-
my blanket?
Yeah.
Maybe you could fix it.
Doesn't somebody know how to cast mending? Didn't they teach us that in home ec class? I can't remember how to do it.
Oh. Don't look at me. I don't know. What kind of
Did you take home ec?
what school of magic is mending?
Probably like sewing magic, or like fabrication magic, or like tailoring magic, or like
I look at Levin.
Tailoring magic.
Oh,
we made pillows in home ec, and that's about it.
We might just have to get a new one.
yeah. I've never fixed a blanket before.
Yeah, sorry, Max. It was your favorite one with that thing on it.
And the big green and gold G.
Yeah.
G?
Letter G. I don't know what it stands for.
It's a
stands
D.
for gangsta.
Mhm.
For Duff to Fray.
Yeah. No, it was in my room when I moved in.
Gross.
I washed it.
His was the only room that had anything in it when they moved in. You guys all brought your own stuff, but he just there was just stuff there for him.
Mhm.
Wait, was that like left behind by another kid? Like what happened to that kid?
No, it was like it was delivered.
Maybe it was our other roommate's
Like
blanket.
before I got here, it was like delivered for me.
You know we had another roommate, don't you, Roxy, before?
Oh yeah.
He died
that.
under very mysterious circumstances.
Yeah, in the middle of the night.
Yep. Right where you're standing.
I hate you guys.
Stain on the floor.
Just kidding,
Just
Roxy. Just kidding.
There's just a chalk
just
outline
messing
on the
with you.
floor.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
A Skittles
It's been there the whole time.
It's shaped like a raccoon.
Oh, Walter. And I just go and I like hug Walter like a little security stuffed animal.
How
He
many
gives you a
Walters
hug,
are there
too.
right now? I look around.
There's more than one?
There's Walter. Roxy's got Walter right there.
Okay. So what were we talking about?
You could attempt perhaps a magic spell to detect magic things.
Levin.
Yeah, I read about this. I'm really good at these.
Can you detect duplication
Duplication.
or like
Is that magic?
duplication magic?
I can detect magic. I can try to.
What about cloning? That's science.
Oh my gosh, have you heard of the things that are coming out of the European
European?
the European Magic Institute?
The which institute?
Yeah, the magical one.
Which one though? Where's it from?
I
What
think it was
region?
in Brainsbury of Ireland.
Okay.
There's more than one.
There's more than there are two Brainsburys. One's in Ireland.
more than
The other
one in
one is
Ireland.
just down the block, also in Ireland.
Yeah, they're like taking cells and they're like manipulating them and then they're cloning these things. And oh my gosh, I have a great book for you.
Okay.
They cloned a sheep.
Named Dolly?
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyways.
but we're talking about Walter. Right?
Yes, we're
Yeah.
talking about Walter, and Walter is magical.
He is
I
pretty
mean-
magical.
Well, I think he is. Just hold him up and look at him. Are you magical?
Eh.
Yeah, look at that
Yes,
face.
Good enough. I think you're magical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to cast a spell to detect some? What are you trying to find out there, Levin?
So I'm going to cast a spell to see if there is any trace, residue, or hazy, residue in the air of magic from recently.
In where?
Room that
Because-
Roxy came
Okay.
from.
I just want to clarify because you are in a room where there is a magical Lego
Yes,
rocket
there's a
ship.
Lego rocket here. I know there's
Ah.
magic here.
Yeah.
Roxy, where were you, Roxy?
Oh, okay, over here, and in like he was sitting on that creepy little chair in the corner of the room.
Creepy chair, corner of the room. Do I see a creepy chair in the corner of the room?
I mean, it's not a creepy chair necessarily.
Little,
It's just a little chair,
Okay. Okay.
size for a raccoon.
Very
like
good.
a doll chair.
Oh, yeah.
Like
That's
Annabelle
creepy.
would sit on.
Not great.
This is getting worse. It's that chair, the one that we made for Chucky, my favorite doll.
doll. Her steak knives started disappearing when he finished.
That's so weird.
Right around the time our roommate disappeared.
We should ask for more knives.
We're more roommates.
Just a bigger wand.
Safety in numbers.
Then you can use your. Never mind. Give me a brains roll there, Levin. Brains roll? Yeah, let's call it a brains roll. I think.
Brain.
19.
Whoa.
Shit.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
son. You cast your spell around the room, and what is it? I guess. What is it? Why don't you tell us? What does your spell? What does it look like? What
Okay.
if this was like a full featured, 20th Century Fox movie? What does the special effects of this spell look like?
All right, so I start by holding my hands out straight out like palms, like I'm miming a box. And then on the tips of each of my fingers, a small white light appears and lines connect all 5 of the ones on each hand. And then they turn into like a grid. And then I kind of put my hands together and I pull them apart, like a bigger grid appears between my hands. And then I kind of push it away from me and creates a grid in the entire room, and in the grid, magic glows different colors.
Very cool.
Nice. So it's a little, I like it. It gives me like Johnny Mnemonic vibes.
That's
Anyone
cool.
gets that reference. Yeah, you cast out your grid to grid, and you can see that there is kind of the residual kind of remains of you would guess based on maybe the color, maybe with a 19, I think your magic has like some AV sort of keys, so there's like a little tooltip that pops up and tells us like this teleportation magic, like there's a little icon. And yeah, you can see that there's maybe a few strands of that kind of are like hanging in the air, almost like almost not like spider's webs, but almost kind of like a spider web effect of this some kind of like teleportation spell that had happened within the last 10 minutes right here in this very chair.
Whoa, there's definitely magic happening on the chair.
What does that mean?
Wait. Okay, so Walter was here and in the other place, or did he move back and forth? Like you said, you didn't see him leave.
Walter was with me.
Then who was in my room?
And I think with that roll, you kind of also look at Walter, because why not? Because y'all are right there, I'm sure. And the only thing you see on Walter is like residual pieces of the whatever magic is inherent in those Legos.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Walter. It wasn't Walter. It was,
What was it?
Something that teleports.
Was it something pretending to be Walter?
Probably.
Wait, what?
Like
Guys,
an
this is really
illusion?
creepy. What if, like, at night when I'm holding Walter, it's not really Walter?
Yeah, that's weird.
I would be concerned.
Yeah, we're gonna Walter's hanging out with me for the next couple days, so if Walter crawls into your bed, scream.
I'm gonna go check on Ocho.
I'm pretty sure this is against wizarding law, whatever this is.
There's litigation for that.
We have
Are
to
you
tell
really
a
Ocho?
teacher.
I'm gonna stare down
That's what the
Ocho
raccoon did.
to see if it's really Ocho. Staring contest.
Staring contest. What Dave, pick a die.
D4.
D4. Roll a D4 for me.
A 1.
I rolled a 4 for Ocho. Ocho wins the staring contest.
Oh, you always win.
He does have
Yes.
8 eyes.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
eyes
Spiders blink.
and no eyelids.
I don't think he has eyelids.
Details.
All right, I think Ocho's okay. Maybe it's just affecting Walter.
Walter's not under the effect of any magic except Lego magic.
Yeah, so I think something was pretending to be Walter.
Yep, I do too.
Tending to be Walter.
Yep.
Why would you want to be Walter?
Free peanut
Well, I
butter,
guess you
free
get all the free food
pickles.
you could
Free
eat.
pickles, free peanut butter.
And
Yes.
you get to hug a grade schooler. Like,
Are we at,
no,
we're,
guys.
we're in middle school, aren't we?
Yeah, but she's still in grade school.
Oh, middle school's grade school,
Hey.
isn't it?
I thought we were in
Yes.
high school.
Wait.
Yeah, high school's
Maybe.
grade school too.
Are we in
Okay.
college? I've been playing a 10-year-old kid the whole time, and I find out we're
Yeah.
in college now.
Is that where it's 12?
I'm so
It's great.
confused. Who am I?
We better get to the bottom of this, you guys. We
Yeah.
can't just have.
Sure.
Doogie Howser.
How are we
Yeah.
gonna figure out who did it though?
We should call the principal.
What about Scolder and Moldy?
Yeah.
Let's call them.
Yeah.
Yep, we should let them know what's going on.
Did we get their
They need their
card?
own theme music. We definitely need their own theme music.
Did we get their
Blah,
number?
blah, 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 blah.
What were their names, Chad? Scoldy and Mulder? Or no?
Moldy
Moldy?
and Scalder.
Moldy and Scalder.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had their card. Remember, they left it with us. Right after they deputized us.
Right.
I don't know that they did.
We
Let's
said
just
yes. They said
call 'em
no.
And let them know we're taking over the investigation.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right?
Let's bring them in for questioning this time.
Yep. You should call
Okay.
them.
Rox, you should put on your sheriff costume again
Okay.
so that we look official.
All right. She like goes into her closet and just shuts the door because everybody's still in her room. She changes in the dark.
You could use magic. You don't have to change in the dark.
She changed with magic. This will be terrible. What would that be?
I would let you just create light.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll create
Otherwise, we
light.
would roll on a table for what costume you actually come out in. You never know. I get changed in the dark sometimes, and I come out
Ballerina.
with some weird ass shit wearing. I'm like, I didn't grab these
Dinosaur.
pants, right?
Shark, octopus costume.
Oh yeah, I got those.
All right,
Anyway,
Sheriff.
She comes out with her sheriff costume on, a
Yeah.
hat that she's not returned to whatever guy she got it from.
All right, law dogs. What are we gonna do to solve this mystery?
I thought we were going to phone a friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's call Scolder, and then we'll let him know that we have we need some forensic gear.
DNA testing.
Yep.
For magic.
Yeah.
How do we call them?
Reinforcements.
I'm gonna DNA test my raccoon.
That's a good idea. Who said that? We should have Walter's DNA checked.
We should. We really should.
Maybe we should check his temperature too.
Did they give us a card or anything?
Yeah.
I think they
Nope.
did not.
I
Wait.
don't think they did.
So
Don't we have him
I
on
guess
speed
we'll have
dial?
to ask a teacher first, huh?
All right.
That's not a bad start.
We could call 911.
No. Well,
Yes, officer. I'm here at my magical school. That is kind of a secret from the mundane world. Please help me find out if my raccoon is not a raccoon.
I mean, I could call Officer Farley. He's the one that rescued me from the trunk that I was locked in by my stupid brothers at one time. He was really nice, and he said that someday if I went to school and I learned real good and I got good grades, that I could become a police officer one day too.
You got locked in a trunk?
I don't want to talk about it, but we could also either talk to Professor Fulton, who is the history of magic teacher, kind of boring. We could talk to Professor Zhao, who is the potion person, kind of fun, or Professor Syndelic, who does the magical creatures and how not to be eaten stuff.
Syndelic. Let's go Syndelic.
I
Okay.
think he'd know about raccoons.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, come on, Walter.
I think so.
Walter is asleep in your arms.
All right, let's rock and roll.
So you head out of your dorm room through the magical doors to the library, which is of course the hub, and kind of make your way to the door to the like teachers' offices. And you find Sindelic's office, and there is a light on coming from under the door. You can see that perhaps someone is awake and in their office.
Okay, someone knock because my arms are full.
You hear a bit of a start and a chair moving around, perhaps a thud as something falls to the floor, and you hear oh yeah, good day, who's at the door? Hello?
Students.
It's us.
All right. I don't, and you hear some magic words, and the door opens. You can see he's kind of wiping sleep from his eyes, and there's a couple of books on the floor that perhaps he had fallen asleep and then got startled and knocked some things around. And he kind of looks at you takes in the sheriff costume.
We have some questions.
Costume, right?
Oh yeah.
We have some
Yes.
questions for you, Doc.
Oh yeah, you can just call me Syndelic, eh?
What did you
You're-
say?
Mr. Syndelic, I have some raccoon-related questions.
Oh yeah, great creatures, them. What kind of questions?
Like how easy is it for other creatures to pretend to be raccoons? And how do you tell if somebody is a fake raccoon?
And why are raccoons so gassy? And how do you get raccoons to quit eating all your groceries? Just a couple additional questions to think about.
And
It's the dairy, really.
can raccoons use teleport magic? And well, that's a good start, I think.
Yeah.
Right, that seems to be like a lot. So
We're kids.
This Aussie accent is like going all over the place. Let's he says, oh, let's start at the beginning then. What seems to be the problem?
We're asking the questions here.
Are you?
We
we just
no,
ask the
he's trying to help
teacher?
us. He's trying to help us. We can't play bad cop right now.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good,
Um,
cop.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well,
He just kind of looks at you like,
sir. We had a raccoon. It was in the room, and then it was playing with my Legos. But Roxy said she saw the raccoon eating, and we're pretty sure. Well, I mean, I know Walter was hanging out with me.
So there were 2 raccoons, and we think one of them was not a real raccoon, maybe. Otherwise, Walter can duplicate himself and be in 2 places at once, but that seems like a stretch.
I detected teleportation magic into our rooms.
Did you ever do that before?
Teleport into my room?
No, just
No,
like, do
but he
strange
does
things like
seem
that.
to get into things that I wasn't expecting him to get into. Like, I didn't expect him to be in that paper bag because it's very flimsy and it didn't feel like there was anything in it, but then he was in the bag.
He's scratching and thinking. Right, so you're trying to tell me that your raccoon teleported into a paper bag and built Legos?
I'm a little skeptical about the Lego thing, honestly. But Levin says he helped.
These aren't traits normally found in raccoons.
Mostly, I don't mind if he is teleporting around. I just want to make sure it's not like some creepy other creature, like pretending to be Walter. And then at night when I curl up with him, it's really just like a creepy
Janitor.
Yeah.
It's a troll.
the worst kind of familiar, the janitor.
Janitor.
It's just the janitor.
And for all of our janitor audience viewers, we love you. You are very important to society.
They prefer maintenance engineers.
Custodian.
It's custodian if you want to be a dick about it. He says, well, it's not necessarily uncommon for very old familiars to get magical abilities, but that's unheard of in wizards and witches of your age. He kind of thinks, and he like pulls out a couple of books from he's got a little bookshelf above his desk, and he kind of flips through.
Love it.
Few,
just salivating at the books.
What book is that? What do you got there?
There's like there's a book there's like a Jacques Cousteau's magical mystery world of the undersea, and a couple of like books on various animals from around the world. And he flips through, he's like, and sets down the Jacques Cousteau book, because this is obviously not an undersea animal. That was the only animal thing I could think of. And
the aquatic raccoon.
It's the rare Crocky, it's the rare aquatic raccoon. Get out of the water. He pulls out another book, or he kind of sets down two books and has one book open, and he flips through and he says, have you ever heard of a tanuki?
Do I know?
Is that an instrument?
Are you pronouncing that right?
Probably not.
The Tanaki?
What's that?
It's like a halfling with a tiger mask.
Yeah, the wizard from that show that we watch, Levin. Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That little guy's name is Tanakh.
Yeah.
No,
Am I hugging a little wizard at night?
a tanuki. And he says this, and he shows you a picture, and it's spelled Tanuki, and you see a picture on a page of like a bamboo forest,
cute.
and there is a raccoon looking creature, a jug of some kind, and a leaf hat.
Kyle.
And
I hold out the picture, and All right, hold out Walter, and I look at the picture, and I look at Walter. I look at the picture. I look at Walter.
I mean, he's not wearing a hat or has a jug, but it could be pretty similar.
What's a tanuki? Like,
Yeah,
what?
They're super fuzzy. They look so soft.
Well, I mean, Walter is so soft.
Let's see if I can do this. Will you do it? Nope. Do this. Nope. Copy. Paste. Oh, yeah. Boop. This one's got giant red. I just realized this picture has giant red balls.
Yep. Sure does. But you know what? That's okay.
We're not sharing that with the viewers at home.
We are not.
I'm going to share it with them right now. I'm not going to share the bright red balls one. Don't worry. We'll get kicked off.
He says, he says, they're a forest spirit from Japan. Mischievous and very magical.
Oh, okay. And you think Walter is not a raccoon, or a
Thanks,
majestic trash panda, but he's a tanuki?
How old is Walter, Roxy? Do you know? Like, have you had him since he was like a teeny tiny little tanuki? Like a tanukiette?
No, I mean, he's always been kind of the same size. But I have had him for, like 3-4 years now. I think, like we do everything together.
Do you think it's possible that he's like super, super old? And that's why he has all these strange magical abilities? Like he's really, really old?
Well, he's never told me that he's old.
Well, ask him how old he is.
Walter, like I'm petting him. Does he wake up at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're like holding him out and
Messing with it.
Yeah, he's like, meh.
Walter, are you super old? Are you a forest spirit named Tanuki?
He kind of like wipes his eyes and he's like, and listens, and his eyes go perhaps a little wide, and he gets a little like, oh,
I won't love you any less.
and kind of like,
And I just squeeze him like
who's standing behind Roxy?
Max.
Yeah.
She's hugging Walter, and you see his head kind of over her shoulder, and he has like a shifty look to his face, which is notable because raccoons always have a shifty look to their face.
I'm going to give him the eye.
Yeah. Not like a, That's a weird image.
Professor
Kirk.
Sindelic, is there any way to tell if he is a tanuki for sure? Like, do we have to do a DNA test or something? Because we talked about DNA earlier. We thought it would be kind of cool. Thanks, Kyle.
He kind of scratches his head, and his chin is all professors should do when they're thinking. And he kind of pages through the book, and he says, there might be a spell we could do, or perhaps, I don't know. Do any of you know Japanese?
Walter.
You could try talking to him in Japanese. Maybe that'll work. You trick him.
Well, he doesn't say anything, so I don't know. Like, how do we know that he recognizes Japanese?
Can I cast Japanese on Max?
The language?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a spell.
I mean, I've heard about it being done. I've never done it.
All right. Give it a go. I think that's a brains roll.
Brains.
Or would it be charm?
Brains.
Right?
Brains.
I could see it being charm.
Yeah, either way. You let me know what you want me to roll.
Let's go charm.
All right.
It's going to be difficult. As you said, you've never tried it before.
Yep. All right, so I pull my wand out. Bibiscus, Babacus. I'm gonna cease. Let's help me make Max speak
Careful.
Japanese. 10.
Nice.
Konnichiwa. Just kidding. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it worked.
Yeah, you can
Domo
speak Japanese.
arigato.
You can speak.
Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, right.
Roboto.
The limit of our language.
Just start saying
Sorry.
other Japanese words he knows. Ramen, samurai, ninjas.
We deeply apologize to all of our Japanese viewers right now. So
Mhm.
sorry.
Yeah, you. I don't know. You can speak Japanese now.
I'll just start rattling off a bunch of Japanese.
Whoa. Cool.
Ask him a question.
Walter, can you understand me?
I can't understand you.
I'm talking
His
to
Wait,
eyes-
did you
Walter.
ask in Japanese? Because I can't understand Japanese.
Walter kind of looks at you, and his eyes go a little big, and he maybe like grins a little bit, and kind of looks around the room,
He's definitely Japanese.
and then like shrugs and says in like, I feel like his voice is probably like classic, like Kurosawa movie guy, like that kind
Really
of deep,
deep.
gravelly voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
you speak Japanese.
That's right. I just learned.
Walter, did you just say something?
Walter, are
In
you really
Japanese?
are you really Walter right now?
My name is Walter.
Okay.
I heard Walter.
Do you remember disappearing and then coming back and it being like a different time than when you left?
He kind of like stares off into like middle distance for a little bit, and he kind of like lets out a sigh, and he says, well, you caught us. And he reaches into his fur, whoop, and pulls out a magic wand that it's like a sprouted piece of bamboo. And he says some stuff, and he goes boop, and there's like a little like sparkles, and he says, my brothers to me, and 4 other Walters appear
What?
in their room, and they kind of look around, and they all
There's 4
instinctively see Roxy and go, "Eh," and then realize that they're all there at the same time, and they're like,
There's really 4 Walters, but it's
Oh,
all
no.
Japanese. You can't
Yeah,
say you can't
right,
tell what I'm
exactly.
saying.
What
There's
is
4 of 'em.
happening?
There
There's
are
4
so many Walters.
There's actually 4 Walters.
Is he saying that in Japanese and I can't understand?
Yeah, he actually can
I
only
don't
speak
speak that
Japanese right now.
Okay.
There's 4 Walters, he's saying.
Yes, I can also count.
Yeah.
He says, "Yes, these are my brothers, Walter."
Are you gonna stay like this? Like
That's
with
too
4 of
many.
you? Like, should I name you guys different?
There's too many Walters, Roxy.
Like,
We-
maybe one of you can be Wally.
There's not enough peanut butter in the commissary
Hey.
And
for
a
that
waltz?
many.
Is that why he eats so much?
What are we going to
She
do,
feeds
Professor?
us and gives us love.
Yeah, she's really nice
Sorry, I
to you.
can't understand you. One of them looks at me with adoration and I just pet him.
You guys should just all stick around if you want.
What is he saying, Levin?
It can be difficult for us.
Oh.
We don't have a good reputation. Worse than regular raccoons.
I don't understand what
Okay.
you're saying either.
Well, do you want to ask Roxy any questions? I mean, that kind of explains.
Tell her we are sorry for the ruse, but thankful for everything else.
Okay, I'll tell her.
Later, when I can speak English again.
Yeah. It's not working right now, but I'll tell them. I'll tell her. Okay. I
Guys,
mean-
I'm gonna have to learn Japanese.
Just use
I
a
have a great
spell.
book for that.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
the ability to speak Japanese is gone.
What did
Now
they
you're
say?
just
What
an
did they
English
say?
speaker again.
Yeah, what's happening?
Well, I'll just tell them.
They're kind of
everything that
crawling
happened.
all over the room now, looking for snacks.
I
One of them
guess-
just pulled some beef jerky out of a drawer.
I guess it was a little bit of a ruse. They can't all be out. They're not supposed to all be out at the same time, kind of deal. But there's actually 4 different Walters.
There's 5.
5. Sorry.
Oh man. I'm gonna have
Professor Sindelic says, "Crocky,
They
this
take
is
turns being
incredible."
Walter. I mean, it's the same Walter that you always knew, but now there's 5 of them.
wait.
We're going to have to get a bigger refrigerator, guys.
Is this
I think that's why they eat so. He eats they eat so much.
have you guys been taking turns so I'm never alone? And she just like starts crying.
They really like you. I mean,
Oh.
they said thanks for, everything. You could just, just do that Japanese spell and you'll be able to talk to him.
I'm not very good at spells though.
He has a wand. Did you know that?
He
Didn't
seems
ever
really
notice?
smart.
I mean, like, who am I to judge? Like she goes and she pulls out the giant jar of pickles and like just starts like handing them out to like all 5 of the Walters.
They're hungry.
Well, yeah,
The one
they
that
have
has
to
the beef
take-
jerky is making a sandwich of beef jerky slabs, pickle, and beef jerky slab.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to
Looks
ask
good.
where they go when they're not all here. I don't know that part. But at least we know what's going on now. Sort of.
Right. This is amazing. No, get out of there. He's trying to fend off these things from all of his stuff.
They'll get at it. You can't really stop that.
Well, I mean, so, Professor Sundelic, can you tell us more about the Tanuki? Like, what can they do? Like, obviously, there's a lot of them, but is that normal? Like, that one is 5, or are they just a pack of 5? Or, like, and then they have one of them had a wand, so they can do magic?
He kind of he pages through the book and he says, "Oh, right, yeah. So they're commonly known as tricksters and troublemakers in Japan, but they can do magic. They're masters of illusion. Oftentimes they use rhyme. Traditionally, it's said, to lure people into playing games with them."
Oh, well, I mean, he doesn't ever have. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard him speak before, but he doesn't really have to lure me at all. I will happily play games with him.
Yeah, these
I mean, them. This is
These-
awkward.
5 seem to be perhaps different from at least what this book says.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we can now play a board game, like, together. Just me and Walter and Walter and Walter and Walter and Walter. Like, it'll be more fun.
Yeah. Don't let him eat the pieces.
I mean, they're not super tasty, but
No, that's true. That's true.
Colton's gonna grab a piece of beef
Uh,
jerky out of one of the piles that the raccoons are pillaging. Just,
It's good. Yeah, it's a little spicy.
now what do we do, guys? We've solved that mystery. I wonder if we could get deputized now.
Law dogs.
Yeah. Is there any more crime around here that needs to be solved? Do you solve crime? No. You stop crime. Is there any crime that needs to be stopped? These are supposed to be pistols. What do we do now, guys?
If Walter could speak English, he would say something like, "Is there any crime that he's taking bites out of it?"
Ooh, McGruff callback. Like it.
Roxy is now like holding like 3 Walters like together in her arms. This is the best.
We should go find that wheelbarrow that one golem guy was using in the field, and you could push him around in it.
Wheelbarrow.
Yeah, he was more of janitorial services, but
Yeah.
you could push him around in the wheelbarrow. All 5 of the Walters.
We could see if it's still out there.
You mean the guy that was stealing dirt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dirt thief. We did solve some crime. See?
Law
We
dogs.
did. We're heroes.
Yeah. Roxy, perhaps you could let me study your familiars. Familiars. Not right now. It's late in the day, but
I mean, you have to ask them personally, and maybe in Japanese, because I mean, like, I don't want it to get lost in translation, but I bet you that if you fed them something really nice, they would volunteer.
Well, I'll come around and ask.
Yeah, maybe like some traditional like buns with like a barbecue in them. They would really like those.
Mm-hmm. Bring some extras for us too, please.
Yeah. Pop ones. Pop ones are so good. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's use this time and take a short break so I can get what's next in front of me and get a beverage.
Sounds like
All
a
right.
plan. We'll be right back.
All right. We'll be right back, folks. Thanks. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. Vamp, Scarby. Who else is still here? Dorothy's still here. Tithalanos. Yo, goat. Not Tithalanos. Yo, I could see where that would get confusing. It was just a very short comma in between those two words. Everyone who's still here, welcome. Welcome to still being here. I hope you're refreshed. I went and stood outside on my deck, shorts, tank top, wizard hat to cool off. Because I always, when I'm running games, I always get super sweaty up here. And then a bunch of people like slowed down a little bit when they drove past because I looked like a weirdo, and moccasins with no socks on. Yeah, it's good times. Anyway, so you yeah, what are you doing next? You're kind of wrapping up in the office, gathering your bouquet of tanuki.
Yeah, my dumpster of tanuki.
Dumpster of tanuki, yeah.
Come on, guys, all hold hands. Let's go.
Hey,
A
Max.
dustbin of tanuki.
Max, come here. I don't think there's enough room in our apartment for that many tanuki.
Well, I mean, most of the time they're not all around.
Yeah, but they're all here now.
They're all going in my room.
All right. I mean, if she says she wants to keep them in her room, I mean,
as long as they don't eat all the food. All right.
We'll just order more.
Yeah, did the house gnomes ever give us more peanut butter?
Like, I think so.
We wrote a note.
There was cereal.
Was is the key word.
Well, you know, it replenishes, guys.
Yeah.
Those little gnomes. Unionized,
not as fast as it disappears.
Well-paid gnomes.
Maybe you should wake up earlier. Beat the tanuki to the peanut butter.
You know what they say, Levin? The early tanuki gets the PB.
Just not even going to go to bed tonight. I'm just going to wait until it's recharged. I'm going to take the whole jar,
It's at like 3 a.m.
I don't even care.
The real question is this: will it refresh while you're looking at it?
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, I've never
It's like
tried
when
to-
you're trying to get the little Windows thing to hit the corner of the screen, you know?
You have to close it and then reopen it. So
never
like
stayed
you
up
can
to find
still
out.
It's all about
Well, it's
patience.
fun. But you have to wait for a moment.
You guys, let me just throw this out there. Roxy's got her sheriff's outfit on already. We've got
Mhm.
a dumpster of Tanuki at our beck and call.
Tanuki animal.
I think we should continue to fight crime. I mean, seriously, we could be like superheroes.
It's kind of late, isn't it? Like
I mean, we pretty much are with
stayed up
these medals.
all night for the night market, and then we just went back to our room, and then
Oh, it's
we
nighttime.
discovered there were multiple Tanukis, and then we
Oh.
woke up our professor.
Maybe we should go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, what time is it? What time is
Not
it?
a bad plan. Not a bad plan. Yeah, it's like the middle of the night.
At
Oh,
like 3 a.m.
Shucks.
All right, I'm gonna go check the pantry real quick.
yeah, maybe there's more peanut butter.
So you say your goodbyes to Professor whatever his name is.
Sindelic.
Sindelic.
So nice. I think he's my
And,
favorite. Yeah.
And head back to the library, which is of course the hub. Why don't everyone make a brains roll for me, please?
Ooh, brains.
So good at this.
Don't you have some trickery tokens?
Oh, exploding.
Yeah.
I'm usually really good at this.
Brains.
Uh,
Ooh, exploding.
total of 7.
14.
14.
I also
One.
got a 7.
Oh, Levin's tired.
A 1 and a 7.
Poor
That's
So
guy.
two sevens, a 1, and a
Sleepy.
14. All right. Colton.
That's my D20.
He's so tired. Look
Colton,
at him.
you're kind of making your way along the kind of edge of the library, along the kind of one of the walls of doors. And and it's the middle of the night. It's quiet. There's not really any too many people around. You can see there's the cleaning gnome. He's over there with his magical vacuum. Realistically, it's just a Dyson, but everyone knows they're fucking magic anyway. So, doing some vacuuming over on the carpet, and you notice kind of out of the corner of your eye, like a black and white kind of blur moves kind of across your field of vision, down one of the aisles of the library at a very high rate of speed.
Did you guys see that?
See
What
what?
are you talking about?
That
Do what?
Do we see
something just
anything?
ran. Oh, you didn't see that? I'm gonna go over and see if I can.
I have dozed off for a second.
Yeah, you kind of move over and you peer down, and you kind of point out where you saw this, and you peer down the aisle, and and it's a little dim and whatnot at this time of night, but you don't whatever it was isn't there. But you all unmistakably hear the flapping of wings behind you, and you hear the sound like tiny bells tinkling, as if, I don't know, like miniature reindeer, like little sleigh bells.
Santa?
Turn around.
And you look.
Turn around and look. What?
You look, and you kind of, as you turn, the first of the things that are making this sound kind of zip kind of through your group. Two of these tiny fairies, and you can see that there are 4 more kind of flying a little further back from the original 2 that zipped through your group, and they kind of fly up to you and smile, perhaps too wide, with perhaps too sharp, pointy teeth.
Guys, I got a bad feeling about this.
And
What is that?
they kind of float and kind of grin, perhaps a person could say evilly, at you.
Oh,
All
no.
the while this strange kind of bell sound is happening, and then behind you, back in the rows, you hear the unmistakable sound of some kind of like magic bolt being cast.
Duck!
Some kind of fight magic, and you hear like a meow.
Cat, I mean.
Of a cat. And a cat,
Anarchy in here.
a black and white cat kind of runs through, we'll say, I don't know what fucking number that is. Why didn't I roll a regular die? Levin's feet. And the other 3 fairies kind of see that and kind of take off after the cat.
Whoa.
Do fairies eat cats?
This library
What's
is
going on?
really hectic at night.
Let's do this too. Everyone give me a new brains roll, because I also realize that this maybe hasn't come up necessarily. Anyone get better than 3?
I got a 2.
I got a 1.
A 1.
2.
Got a 17.
Ah.
Levin.
Ew.
You
Wait, 3.
3? Okay.
4,
Levin and
if I'm using my wand.
Levin and Roxy. The wand is, I think, just for magic.
Okay, then 3.
3. Okay, that works. Levin and Roxy. You both, even perhaps in your sleep-deprived minds, and your tanuki-filled head, recall that a good friend of yours, Carter, has a tuxedo cat familiar whose name is Tilly,
Oh, no.
and is a black and white cat that may look strangely like this cat that just ran from these fairies.
Should we chase the cat? I will look at everyone. We must. Carter could be in trouble.
Maybe we should stop the fairies.
I'll pull out my wand.
I will take out my bag and start pulling my staff out.
Can I cast? So did the fairies take off after the cat? Basically, is what happened.
Yeah,
can I
the 3
cast like
fairies that
a,
were in front of you kind of turn and fly after the cat.
would it be
Let's
possible
go.
to cast like slow kind of spell on
Absolutely,
the fairies to
yeah.
slow them down, right?
Yeah, I like that. Let me see. I have a little bit of. Yep. Let's call it a
Could it be? I'm trying to slow down their flight,
flight.
so maybe yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a flight.
And with my magic, let's just double check this wand.
Flight or bronze
I
spell.
get +1 with my wand. Ooh, that was almost really good, but that's still gonna be a 15.
A 15. Yeah, with a 15, you kind of hit all three of them, and the bell sound is like somebody slow down the BPMs on that record. You know, it's like, ding, you know,
Cool.
it's like the slow ding, and they just kind of like, boo.
Levin, see if you can grab Tilly.
Where's the cat?
But the cat is still running, and you do hear a normal speed the dings of the two fairies coming from behind you as well.
Oh, geez.
I'm
What do
gonna
you
whip
got,
out my
Levin?
broom, ka-chink,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna see if I can catch the cat.
Nice. Okay. Roxy, give me a broom flight roll, please.
Nice. Go get him, Roxy.
All right, it is a 14.
Woo. How does she do that with 5 raccoons on that broom? It's amazing.
I don't know.
You actually only see one raccoon now.
Hey, what?
They're tactical. Yeah. 5 would slow her down. They know better. They're magical creatures. Yeah. You whip out your broom and hop on and zoom through the slow fairies, and take a right, a hard right down the I don't know,
Aisle.
the Harlequin wizard romance aisle. I don't know. That's all I could think of. Down a book aisle.
Ew, so much hugging.
Yeah. It's just wizards with long hair,
Hugging.
hats, no
They're all
shirt on.
buff. They're
Yeah.
all buff.
They're all just yoked.
Young wizards in love.
Why are these wizards all greased up? I don't understand. They're so glossy. Yeah, you see the cat, and it's kind of running. And how do you grab the cat? How do you acquire it?
I like lean down to one side and kind of like scoop it up.
Yeah, it's pretty easily, as a expert animal handler and someone who's flying very fast. You kind of scoop up the cat. Walter kind of moves to your back like a backpack. A rack pack. Nice. Like a raccoon pack.
right,
as you kind of lean over and grab up this cat, which is the cat Tilly, very startled, very afraid.
Much claws.
Much claws. Levin.
Ow! 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 All right.
You've got Levin. You there's 2 fairies kind of like gonna be zooming by you. 3 fairies. Slow.
So I'm in a library, right?
You are in fact in
Do
a
I-
library.
So are there any like baskets or like maybe like a mop bucket or anything, like a cart for books around me?
Give me a percentile roll. I don't know why I call for a percentile roll. Let's do a d20. Give me a roll of die. It doesn't matter.
I got a 60 on the dot.
60. Yeah, you see kind of like midway down the kind of nearest row of shelves from you is a like a partially put away cart with some books on it. There's maybe like 5 or 6 books on it and a couple of scroll tubes.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to cast like a pulling magic. I'm gonna try and pull that cart into the way of the fairies that are coming towards me to chase after Tilly and Roxy.
Let's see. I like that. It sounds like a flight roll to me. Give me a magic flight roll. Remember, you get a D4 because it's magic.
Double checking. What kind of roll did you say?
Flight.
Rolled the wrong die.
That's fair. That's okay.
Got a 9.
A 9.
Are we rolling the magic die too?
Yep, I rolled a magic die and then
Okay.
my D12, and then I got a +3 from being trained, and then my broom. My staff.
Yeah. You pull you magically command the cart to zoom towards you. And let me do man. I have a thing for this. It's not it. Oh, I guess I don't. Oh, there it is. Yeah. We'll say one of the fairies careens straight into a pile of books, scattering them everywhere, and kind of rolls to a stop a few feet beyond the cart, and the other fairy did a little Picard maneuver or whatever, and maybe it was the Riker maneuver, who knows, and like flew underneath the cart and is still going. Max.
Right. I'm gonna, with my wand, I'm going to try to conjure an illusion of the cat like 10 feet in front of me
Okay.
to see if it takes the bait.
Nice.
All right. Let's do a magic charm roll.
What's the magic die again? A D4? Or D?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's 15.
15. Oh yeah. Yeah, you think about it and cast, and a cat the same cat appears. You're almost convinced, even though you just cast your own spell, right? It's that good. What does the cat do?
The cat's like kind of bouncing, like running back and forth kind of frantically, like it's kind of doesn't know where to go, like it's trapped almost.
Okay. So yeah, it kind of maybe
But in a kind of small area.
runs in a circle.
Yeah.
It's like the cat is the laser pointer and the fairy is a cat in this case. That works. Yeah, you kind of trap this fairy in this illusion loop, chasing the fake cat. Let's bring it back around to Colton. I had to think again not to call you Carter.
All right, so there are two fairies that flew past us, or are they still behind us?
So one of them is kind of picking itself up off the ground after it crashed into the book cart, and one
Okay.
of them is now kind of chasing this illusory cat around in a circle.
Okay.
And then you still have 3 fairies in like slow-mo.
Okay, so the one that's picking itself up, I'm gonna run over, and I'm gonna jump on it and grab it, and try to grapple it, because I want to ask it some questions. I'm gonna bring it in for questioning.
All right. That'll be just a regular old bronze roll.
All
I'm
right.
more of a copper roller myself, but
All right.
bronze will work, I
Let
guess.
me just double check to see if I have
It's
any
a metal
trickery
joke for Kirk.
tokens here. Does anybody know if we have any trickery tokens?
I have one.
No, I do not.
I guess I probably don't. Okay, Braun, you say.
Yes, sir. You got it. Yeah,
I got
it's no
this.
big deal.
Come on, Fairy! That'd be a 3.
A 3.
They're wily little buggers.
Yeah, it's because this is the one that kind of crashed into the books, right?
Mm-hmm.
It even in its kind of even if in its kind of dazed state, it kind of rolls out of the way of you, just barely.
As that happens, this won't be like an action, but I'll just turn with my wand and say freeze. But I'm not actually casting a spell. I'm just gonna try to deke it out. Maybe it thinks I cast a spell.
Give me a charm roll. No magic, just straight up charm.
Well, I don't know if I can do 2 things at the same time. I mean, if I
Sure,
could,
it doesn't matter.
yeah, I'll do it.
whatever.
I'll try to
Yeah.
freeze him. I'll try to freeze him.
Yeah.
So you want charm?
It's like
Oh yeah, that's not bad. 8.
8. Yeah, it flinches a bit and doesn't move for an amount of time.
All right. Does it look cold by any chance?
No, it doesn't. It's probably warm because it's been fluttering so much.
All right.
Roxy,
Yeah.
you've got a cat. You're on a broom.
I'm gonna try to go kind of high and see if I can spot Carter anywhere, because this is his familiar. So I'm
Familiar.
thinking perhaps he's somewhere nearby.
Okay. Yeah, let's I guess I would allow perhaps a brains or a flight roll.
I mean, I'll keep doing flight rolls if I can. I'm
Sure,
I'm
yeah.
popping up and down, and I'm like
Yeah.
zooming around trying to locate stuff. That's not as good. 7.
7. Yeah, you kind of you're able to get some height and because it's essentially like a, you know, like a large portion of the library is like a two or three story kind of ceiling. There's a mezzanine level, but there's a bunch of it that's kind of open, so you can get some height and kind of look around and fly around. And you do so, and you kind of cover a decent amount of ground. But you, the only thing you really do see is this one gnome with a vacuum cleaner who's like got a super confused look on his face, like, what is happening in here? But you do not see head or tail of Carter. Not to say that Carter has a tail, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Vestigial.
I like awkwardly wave at what I assume is the house gnome who is trying to clean the
house
library during the night. Sorry.
Let's go to Levin.
All right. So now there's books all over the place.
There's a couple of books kind of strewn about. Yeah, I forgot what happened to the other fairy already.
There was there were 3 slow motion ones. There was
Three
the fairy
slow-mo
that ran
fairies.
into the things that Colton tried to grab.
Yeah, what happened to the other fairy again?
The other one, if
Chasing the cat.
Roxy, you didn't do anything to that
The
one.
illusionary
Oh, it's
cat.
chasing the
it was
fake
chasing
cat.
the
That's right,
illusion.
fake
Yeah.
cat.
And one of them ran into the cart, right?
Yep.
Yep. So
And that's the one. That's the
gonna-
one that Colton has like at wand point.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
It's like a
So-
hold up.
The 3 that are in slow motion are still going after the Rio cat. Are they pretty close by still?
Yeah, because they're like super
slow-mo?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to kind of walk over to where they're at, kind of look at, see them all flying, and then I'm going to just kind of like reach up and attempt to tie their broom hairs together. No, wait, they have wings. I'm going to attempt to.
They do have wings.
Do they have shoelaces on? Shoes?
Do they have
Alright.
itty bitty little shoes on?
Tiny shoes.
I'm gonna roll a d20. If I roll an 18, 19, or 20, fairies wear shoes. Fairies wear shoes.
Yeah, I'm tying their laces together.
Oh my god, the laces are like fishing line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're super tiny.
I'm being really,
Um,
really careful.
Yeah. Let's call it a brains roll. It's going to be
Do a
difficult
standard
because they are
hitch knot.
because I mean, how good are you at knots?
You do it
like a-
magically.
did your grandpa take you fly fishing
In
when you were a
reality
kid?
or in the game?
Well, your character.
Yeah, my grandfather would have taught me a lot of knots.
Nice. Okay. So it'll be a little less difficult, but it's still, they are technically moving.
Also, an Eagle Scout, even though I'm only 10.
Overachiever, this one.
Natural
Grandpa-
20.
Wow.
His grandpa just would take him out and leave him in the woods. It's camping.
Natural
Oh my
20.
god. Yeah,
Wow.
you
We are superheroes. We are superheroes.
Oh man. You tie
What is that?
the
Magic
shoelaces.
the Gathering.
That's a spin down dice. It's
You know,
not a real die, dude.
I don't think I have a randomized 20. I do have a randomized 20. Do you want me to re-roll it? I'll re-roll it.
No, that's fine, but just for the future, you can't use a spin down die.
What's a spin down die?
I don't
They
even know.
count
They're-
down.
They're a countdown die. They're not like, if you look at your D20, they're specifically random. Like
Yeah.
Oh.
the numbers are in a weird way.
They're in
A spin down
order.
die is in order.
Kirk has been cheating
So
for
you
the
can-
last 3 years. You've been exposed, Kirk. We're
I
taking
don't
you
look
in,
at
buddy.
the die. I
We're
know it's
taking
still
you
the
in.
Exact same stats. I refuse to consider that cheating.
We're taking you in.
But we're gonna count the natural 20. So yeah, you in mid-flight in slow-mo, you tie the tiny shoelaces of these 3 fairies together.
Genius. That'll teach
And then
them.
I'll smile and I'll like look over at Colt and I'll be like,
They're flying, dude.
it's
cool.
They're
I know, it's good.
They're
It's good.
stuck.
They'll start swirling around each other.
Max.
All right. The one that's chasing the cat, the illusionary
Yeah.
cat. I'm going to look around and just with my wand, the biggest atlas dictionary thing sitting on a table somewhere, I'm going to flick it and try to like, throw the book at the fairy.
Literally.
I'm going to throw the book at him.
It's like the National Geographic Atlas of the Mysterious from Time
Mhm.
Life books.
Yep. It's like, it's always open on like top of a thing.
This
Yep,
is so
it's
big.
a-
It's like a coffee
It's
table
a
book.
coffee table book. Yep. Yeah. I would allow a, I guess, yeah, that's a flight. That's definitely a flight magic roll.
Ooh, flight.
Moving in magical ways.
All right. I got to figure out what the D12 looks like. There it is. Okay.
It's like just less than a D20
Ooh.
shape wise.
And a magic die?
And a magic die. Yes, sir.
Ooh. All right. And that's flight. I'm not on my
Mhm.
broom. So that's 8.
An 8. Do a cross reference. Yes. Yeah, you see this. It's hard to miss the atlas, and you call it over, and it's like a spaceship that doesn't have all of its thrusters working, so it lumbers up, but once it gets airborne, it moves, and you zip it across, and it smacks into the fairy chasing the cat illusion, and it knocks it sprawling, and the bell sound stops. It's unconscious. You didn't just kill the fairy with an 8. You're muted.
Yeah, I was talking that whole time. Yeah, I wasn't trying to squish it necessarily, but I guess
Right.
it kind of happened.
Yeah, you stun it.
All right. Ah! That's it.
The 3 slow fairies, they kind of unslow. Oh no. That's why you keep your dice in a box when they're precariously perched. The 3 slow fairies unslow and kind of speed off in their previous trajectory for about a half a second, and then kind of smash into each other like a bolo that you had just thrown at a rabbit but rode a natural 1 on, and kind of flop to the ground in like a flutter of angry wings as they are now tied together. Colton, you have a fairy at wand point, simply on the power of suggestion. It looks like it's going to bolt. What do you do?
I'm going to just say, stay where you are. And I'm going to cast a stay where you are spell. And I'm going to say, I got some questions for you, buddy.
I would allow, let's see. Yeah, it's another flight spell.
Yes.
Flight.
It's not great. It's a 10.
A 10. 10 is all you need against
All right.
these fairies. It kind of smiles and like goes to fly away and flies like it like flutters back and starts to turn a bit to turn away as your spell finishes, and it goes "Eh." And then
Gotcha.
it does like the Wile E. Coyote like "Eh."
And I just nod. Yeah.
It does the slow kind of, because the slow like tilt to like 15 degrees and then just drops like a rock.
I'll run over and I'll catch him. I'll run over and catch him if I can.
Sure, yeah.
I gotcha.
You catch him. If it was able to make an angry face, it would probably be making an angry face. But it is caught in a surprised face as it has been frozen that way.
All right. I've got some questions for you.
Roxy.
Does anybody see Carter? Is this Carter's cat?
Yeah, I think that's Tilly.
Tilly, where's Carter? I talk to the cat.
Meow.
Try Japanese.
Meow. It's giving the distressed meow.
Is there anything still chasing it? Like, have all the other fairies been taken care of?
I guess really you may or may not have a good sight line onto what's happened as you've kind of like flown around. But you do not see any fairies in your immediate kind of where you are. You don't necessarily see any fairies.
I'm gonna fly
you.
to like the middle section, or like try to round back up with my group.
Okay.
And if I don't see any like wild loose fairies, I will set the cat down and say, "Go find Carter."
And yeah, you fly back into the scene, and you see this, and
Oh,
there's angry fairies tied together. There's books everywhere. Frozen fairy.
yeah. See,
There's a
Walter,
fairy under an atlas.
you behave because the guys are crazy.
I got one.
Did you see that? Fairy.
Did you see that?
You set down Tilly, and you tell her, go find Carter. Give me a charm. I would allow a magic charm roll.
Okay.
We probably haven't gotten into this, but I feel like maybe dealing with familiars might be kind of part magic regardless. That sounds interesting and makes a little bit of sense in a way.
7. Man, a lot
7.
of 7s this game.
Tilly kind of looks at you, maybe does one of these because she's a cat and that's what they do, and then meows and
I saved your butt. Go find Carter.
runs off to the kind of towards the courtyard.
I follow him on my broom.
Yeah, you see Tilly kind of runs off and kind of stops every now and then and like sniffs around, and then keeps running off and runs off to the courtyard and kind of pokes around a bit and kind of stops near a there's a path with like maybe some stones through the center of the courtyard, through part of the courtyard, and kind of stops sitting on one of these like large flag stones, like a like a big sheet of slate. That's a rock, says the natural resources major. Yes, a slate. And kind of pause at the slate a bit. Levin, how's your bandwidth, buddy?
Bandwidth?
It sounds good. You sound good. It works for me.
Good. All right. Well, 3 tied up. We got. I like where things are at. I'm gonna start connecting. I'm gonna start collecting some of these books.
Okay.
If I find any that are interesting, I'm gonna just pocket them. But if I don't, they're not interesting. I'm gonna start putting them back on that cart.
Sure. Here, let me pull up a table of random books on a wizard's shelf. Books.
For a record,
Book
this got us
titles.
bee steak cake.
That's true. Roll a d10.
Got a 6.
6. That's page 13. All right. Roll a percentile dice 3 times.
$46.
Okay.
61
46.
and 22.
You find a book called Inventions of the Past. Don't Wake Before the Dawn. And what was the last one again?
22.
22. And A Spear of Death.
A spear?
A Spear of Death, yeah.
Damn, what
Spear.
section of the library are you in, man?
Whichever one was that cart was parked by.
All I can find is Gracie Wizards hugging.
I will pocket all 3 of them because I don't have anything like this. This is probably one of the sections I'm not normally going into.
That's true. I love it. I love this tables of books.
And I'll pop over to Colton.
Max. Okay.
It's all right, and I'll be
Yeah,
like,
Colton's got a kind of stiff, held fairy, like hold. You know what I mean?
I know what you meant.
I got one, Levin. I got one.
Man,
Yeah, look.
nice job. Nice.
Look at this little guy.
Wow.
Listen, Buster, we got some questions for you, right, guys?
Wait. We have to read him his rights.
Back up.
You have the right to answer our questions. You have the right to an attorney, but you can't afford one. So you're going to answer our questions, then we'll let you go.
Yep. There you go. We did
Maybe
it.
shake him
Yes.
down for some
Now
fairy
legally,
dust too.
we haven't done anything wrong.
I'm going to shake him a little bit.
I'm gonna run up and look at the one
Does
that I
any
knocked
fairy
over with
dust
the book.
fall out?
Did you learn how to become a cop in Baltimore or what?
Yeah, I'm shaking him down. Roxy said to shake him down.
Yep.
I grew up with apparently 5 shady Tanukis as my friends.
Hmm?
I'm gonna have my
Yeah,
hand
she's
underneath
part of a
just
gang.
Catch any of the dust.
I
If there is
guess.
dust.
Tanuki
knew?
gangsters.
You're going to have to come clean, Buster.
It can't answer you because it is frozen.
You got to
Frozen
say
like
something.
cold?
No, I put a
No, it's not cold.
I put
It's
a
just,
Speak up,
freeze
you.
spell on him.
Okay,
Speak
that's what I
up.
thought.
Oh, yeah.
By free spell, you meant like free.
I'm gonna drop the spell.
Okay.
but I'm gonna hold on to him real nice and tight.
It give me a brawn roll.
Okay.
You're having a feral pixie fight.
Oh no. Oh no. 1. You drops a spell, and it of course immediately doesn't like any of it, and is able to get away out of your hand. It starts to fly away, and you distinctly hear it say, "Aha! Screw you, kid."
That was rude.
You should have shaken him harder.
I shook him pretty good. Well, shoot. I wanted
He's
to
got
ask him a
something.
bunch of questions. Hey, what about those ones right there on the floor? I'm going to race over and grab the other ones that are all tied up together. Ha ha! It's like a stringer of fish. I got them.
Yeah, these ones, they're trying to do stuff, but it's really hard to fly when you're tied to other people.
Yeah. All right, Busters. Let's try this again. First, I'm going to
It's
shake
like
them
a
like Roxy told me.
Cacophony of, "Aha! Hey, let us go."
I read the
Ah,
rights.
You have the right to answer our questions.
They just start vomiting because you're
Ugh.
shaking them so much.
Is it fairy dust vomit? Catch it.
Yep. Yeah, it's
I'm
like
catching it.
it's like pink and purple, and it's like a rainbow of
Oh man.
Shiny
Oh.
sparklies.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
just,
so
shiny, just
bad.
shiny sparkles.
Watch
It,
out.
however, does in fact smell like old rotten mustard,
Oh,
That's
but it looks nice.
beautiful, but
I'm
stinky.
Got it.
gonna run up and
Got
grab
it.
that fairy that I knocked unconscious and be running around with him by the legs.
Oh, do you want it?
Ah! Ah! Ah!
This is my
Roxy.
favorite thing, though. This is a scene in the movie where it's just 20 minutes of kids running around grabbing stuff, screaming.
what is happening?
Pure chaos,
Got
baby.
wand in one hand and fairy legs in the other, and I'm just like, ah!
You just see the gnome that's with the vacuum cleaner is just like, shh, shh, this is a library.
Is that other one getting away?
Oh yeah, if nobody tries to stop it.
Ah! And I'm gonna try to flick another book at him, just like any book that I see.
All right, give me another magic flight roll.
What was that again? Oh, D12. Ooh. 10.
10, yeah. Even whilst running, holding another fairy by the legs, you magically command a book. In this case, it's a magical dictionary, equally large book.
It's not better
Um,
gnomes and gardens.
No, but it should definitely be Better Gnomes and Gardens. This Better
That's
Gnomes
nice.
and Gardens.
Section.
How
yeah.
long you been holding
It's
on to
one of
that
the,
one,
uh,
Ashley?
It's one of the
5, 6.
it's one of the collected editions. So it's big. It's like Better Gnomes and Gardens, like 1977. So it's like every issue from 1977.
Nice.
And yeah, that you knocked that fairy unconscious again.
I'm gonna run up and grab him by the legs.
No, yeah, two. This is getting a little weird.
Don't look, Walter.
A little weird.
What do I
I
do
mean,
with
I guess
them?
it.
I got
We
two
gotta
of them.
question him. We gotta question him.
What do I
Yep.
do? I look
Read
at
the
them.
rights. X.
They're just like out cold.
Yeah.
Where do I put them?
Put them in your pocket. We'll take
tie
them
'em
back
up.
to the school.
Can we tie him up? You got a shoelace or something?
We need to
Put
have
'em
like
in
a
your-
bag. You can put it
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Plastic?
Not
Got a plastic
plastic.
bag?
'cause
Not
no,
plastic? No plastic.
That's how you
Backpack.
kill
Who's
gnomes.
got a backpack? I'm gonna look
I don't-
around. Is there any backpacks or anything in the library? Book
I mean,
bags.
no. Nope.
Ah!
I will take off my shoe and I will take the lace off, and then I'll hand the lace to Max.
Ah.
Here, just tie them together.
I'm gonna start hog tying the legs of the fairies together. And
Nice.
I'm gonna like set them, just like kind of flop them down on a library table. Their little legs feel
10
weird.
years old and already felony charges, kidnapping.
Hey, we're heroes, man.
Yeah, they were chasing
We just saved Tilly.
Yeah, they were chasing Tilly.
Hey, where's
yeah, she
Carter?
went over to this slate thing.
Meow. Meow.
Maybe we should check that out. I'm gonna walk over with the stringer of fairies and walk over to the slate thing where Tilly is.
I feel like they're probably like spitting and hissing as if you had 3 cats tied up like that.
Yeah, I gotta hold them out
Yeah,
pretty
they're-
far, otherwise they'll scratch
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. They got little claws. Little teeths.
Carter?
Yeah, you see Tilly is kind of sitting on this kind of large slate and is kind of pawing at the dirt next to it.
Can we move this? Levin, can you move this?
What
Yeah,
if
watch
we all?
this.
Okay, we could all try together too.
I'm busy. I got a stringer of. Check it out. I got a stringer of these things.
It's got some books, but like I can do this.
Okay.
I will raise my staff up in the air, and I will point it at the. Oh, come on! And I will point it. I will point it at the.
He always bumps into
The
everything
dirt.
with that.
And then I'll push it down into the dirt, and I'll use it like a lever.
Nice.
Give me a brawn roll, and let's you know what? I'll give you a +3 to that roll since you're using a lever.
Got to find my D4.
You're not-
the cat.
You're not
took
just
it.
using magic; you're using science.
Here, use this one.
Yeah, here I got one for you.
Yeah. Roll for me. The cat definitely.
No, you got to
Definitely
reach.
took
You
it.
got to grab it. You got to
Or
reach
there's
through and
the
grab it.
VTT as well. You could use it. if
I
you
rolled a
wanted.
4.
It explodes then.
I rolled another 4.
What?
Really?
Wow.
Roll it again.
Roll it again.
I'll allow one more roll.
3.
3.
So 11 total.
4, 4, 3, 11 plus 3, 12, 13, 14.
Plus another 3 because of the lever.
Wait, yeah. Wait, I mathed wrong, didn't I?
Yeah, 14
Nine,
Two
total.
4s.
Yeah, 14, right, yeah.
Plus a 6.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone is like, they're like, what magic is he going to cast? And then you're like, I'm casting Bill Nye the Science Guy, bitch. And you pop that thing, you pop all your weight onto that thing. And it's actually very slow moving because it is a large piece of slate and you are but a youth. But it is enough to move, and you kind of lift it up and the staff kind of slides in a bit, but you can definitely see that there is perhaps some kind of hole underneath this slate.
Where does that go?
Wow, Levin, you're really strong.
Thanks. I'm not. Science.
Probably all the weight of the books that he has it's helping weigh him down.
Right. He's like lifting and he doesn't even realize it. It's just like books. All right. How big is that hole? Can we fit in it? Or
You think that's
Try.
what
Yeah,
Carter is?
it's the slate and the And the slate's bigger than the hole. You get the slate kind of out of the way, and the hole is maybe like a 2.5 feet across. So
What does Tilly do when we open this portal?
meows
this
and
tunnel?
jumps into the hole.
Oh,
Right.
Tilly!
Oh,
I'm gonna
Tilly.
follow.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man.
We have to
What
go
do we do?
after her.
What do we do?
Go. Come on.
Carter's got to be down there, huh?
I guess so.
She trying to show
How-
us something?
Why would Carter go into a hole in the floor?
I'd like to question these little busters. I think we should question these fairies before we do anything.
What if Carter's in trouble?
Well, he obviously is, Levin. I mean, he's in a hole, a secret hole.
You think he's down there?
Tilly went
He's done.
down.
If we use them as
Carter!
hostages?
I shout into the hole.
You just hear Carter, Carter,
Whoa.
Carter.
That's totally normal.
You hear meow, meow, meow,
What
meow.
Oh man.
We walk and question them at the same time?
Can we
I have an
walk into
idea.
this thing, or is it more like
I
a
have an
jump
idea.
into this thing?
Yeah, I mean it's a hole in the ground.
So you just got to jump in.
I mean, I'm not gonna say how you want to enter it, but
There's
it
not
is, in fact,
stairs
a
or
hole-
anything.
a- there are no stairs. It is
Yeah.
a dark hole in the ground.
I'm gonna start questioning these fairies while you guys are
Okay.
contemplating.
Let's start by giving me a charm roll.
Okay.
And then kind of walk me through your questions.
11.
Nice.
All right, you. No, you. That one there. You. Tell me your name. Give it to me straight.
Give me a sec.
Don't hold out on me. We can tell if you're lying. You might have heard of
That's
us.
a fantasy.
We're the Pickle Ninja Warriors. You probably didn't know who you were up against. Take a
We're
look.
kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's right.
Saved our school.
Oh,
We're heroes.
Fairy names. This one you are looking at, it says, my name is Periodot. Yeah.
Hey, Perry. All right, good. We're off to a great start. You're doing great. This will just take a few minutes, and then you can be on your way. If you answer us truthfully. Got it? All right, Perry. Why were you chasing Tilly?
And it says, no, I won't answer you. And the other one starts like, no, yeah, you don't answer him,
Hey.
Perry Dot. And it's like, no, I won't do it. And it's like, the queen is after it.
The Queen?
Queen?
These guys are really bad with secrets.
Who's the queen?
But they're kind of cute. You guys are cute. Yeah, there's a great question, Max. Who's the Queen? Is she a teacher?
Is she fairy?
No, teacher. Silly wizard kids. The Goblin
point.
Queen rules from the shadows.
Goblin Queen? And you work
That
for
doesn't
the
sound
Goblin
good.
Queen? You work for her?
You hear the other fairies are like, what? Perry, no, what are you doing? Why you can't tell them the secrets?
He has no choice. We're using magic. And
Curse
I
you and
like
your
wave my
magic.
fingers. but I don't actually cast anything.
This is a magic interrogation.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm
keep
using
quiet,
my
you.
mind magic on you.
We're not talking to you.
Perry
Yet.
is like, no. We work for the Goblin Queen. She pays us good coin.
How much?
6.
Whoa, that is pretty good.
Points. Man.
6
Why are you
coins?
after? Why is the Goblin Queen after Carter and Tilly?
Yeah, why are you chasing Tilly?
And then it says lunch.
Oh,
You want to eat Carter and Tilly?
And it just grins and it has too many teeth and a too wide mouth.
I
You
think
eat cats?
the cat's a sandwich. But why does he want Carter?
I don't know the queen's plans. No plans.
Where can we find
Only
the queen?
the special boy.
Where can we
What
find
is-
this queen of yours?
Down.
Hmm.
Why is the boy special?
Give me a charm roll.
Yeah. Come on, Max.
Would that be a magic roll or just a regular charm?
Are you using magic?
Um,
Are you casting a spell on him?
well, I do still have my wand out.
But are you casting a spell on him, or are you just using your wiles?
Yeah, I'll cast a spell. I'll see if I can get him to tell me the truth.
All right. All right.
Like a zone of
Yeah, make
truth
it a
kinda
magic.
thing.
Make it a magic. Give us the magic die too.
all right. Ooh. Oh my god, I just hit the okay. That was I knocked my dice over. I'll re-roll.
Okay. All right.
Because I can't remember what it was. Damn, that was worse. Okay, it's a total of 7.
7.
Yeah.
And the Peridot says, no, I'm not gonna tell. No. It's no magic boy.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Oh, what do we do?
I think we got to go in the hole, guys. We got to go after Carter.
Yeah,
do
but we
with
gotta
this
do something
lot?
with those fairies first.
We're taking
they
them
don't
with us.
Follow us.
Good
Okay.
idea.
Is there
Yep.
a library book return around?
Just fold them in the book and then
Just put them in the
drop
chute.
Can't we cast like a silence on them, and we'll just take them with us, because then we can use them as a bargaining chip.
Ruthless.
Wow.
I saw it in a movie once.
Yeah, that's badass.
All right. Who knows a
All right.
silence spell? Anyone?
I can try.
Do it, Roxy. Do it.
All right, I'm gonna try to cast silence on them.
Let's see.
None of
Let's call it grit.
Okay.
Call it grit.
Oh, all right. 8.
8. They are silent for now.
All right.
All right. It might have worked, or maybe they're just pretending.
I'm gonna take my hoodie off, and I'm gonna put them inside the hoodie, and I'm gonna tie it up so they're stuck inside of it, and then I'm gonna tie the sleeves together and throw it over my shoulder like a little one of those hipster satchels.
Okay.
Nice.
Satchel
Let's
of
go,
fairies.
guys. And
right.
then I look at Walter and I say, "You coming?" And then I just jump down the hole.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. You leap into this pitch black hole, seemingly hidden under a slate path tile. in the center of the courtyard in one of the most protected magical wizard schools on the planet. And what happens? I'm not sure, but we'll find out next time. 'Cause I think
What?
this would be a great place
Oh,
to kind of hanger it.
yeah.
And get to the bottom of what's at the bottom of this hole, and just how far does this hole go?
I mean, I
We'll
do
find
have
out.
that broom on me, but
We'll find out next week, right here on Kids on Brooms.
Yeah.
woo!
Woo.
Hey
Thanks,
everyone who's here, thank you for joining us and sticking around for that awesome dumpster of Tanuki. Oh, that was fun. Thank you, everyone. That was good. I like playing with you guys. It's a fun time.
That was great.
This is so
Uh,
chaotic.
It
This
really
whole game
is.
is so chaotic.
It's a little wild.
I have
Every
no idea
session.
what's gonna happen ever. When I think I know what's going on, I'm confused.
In some ways, it's great because I can literally prep like 3 bullet points. Like, I think like this is kind of what's going to happen, and then we'll see what you guys do, and I just roll from there.
It is pretty free form. It's pretty sweet. Awesome. Hey,
yeah, everyone. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we do have a raid target in our scopes. It looks like Phoenix has got his game going, so got a raid all queued up and ready to go.
So everyone, hey, remember, join us next Wednesday, and then again next Thursday. Next Wednesday, obviously, Beyond Saltmarsh. Next Thursday, this
TPK.
game, Kids on Brooms. That's right. TV. Who knows what? Who knows
You have
what
little
we have
faith.
going on?
Are you
Michael and I
really
have
nervous?
a side. Michael and I have a side chat as to what's actually happening down here. What kind of monster we're going to face down here. Michael and I have a
Don't say
side chat
anything.
going.
Don't say anything.
I'm not
you
gonna
can
Keep it
post
secret.
your
Keep it
bets.
secret.
post your bets.
Kirk, are you really nervous?
Yeah, I
You
think
should be. You should be. Of everybody, you should be the most nervous.
I have dread tokens.
Yep.
I'm almost positive this is where that comes into play.
You might not make it out of here in particular.
Yeah, this is where Runar has to do to you what you do to normal enemies.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. You guys are creative. Anyhow.
May or may
gonna
not
knock
already
you
be one of the bad guys. You don't even know.
Well, calamari is on the menu at the next governor's gala, so you're in luck.
Oh man.
Anyhow. All right, let's raid.
Oh, yeah. Let's raid.
Raiding.
Everyone, join us in the raid. Throw out some raid emojis. Is that what they're called in this?
Remojis.
Emojis. Emotes.
Emoji.
Your emoticons. Type
Emoji cons.
All right, here we go.
semicolon and parentheses. Is that it? I don't know.